Hello everybody, Dave the Rave, roving the rock here. In fact, I'll just show you. Here I am, rocking and roving and raving. The question is, where am I today? Where am I? On the Isle of Arran. Well, wherever it is, it's got a panoramic sea view. I was hoping to see some dolphins in that water, to be honest, but I haven't seen any so far. You alright? Hi, Rose.
Say hello, Arthur.
There's Arthur and Rose. And Rose has got a special little basket for Arthur, so he gets a nice view from the back of the bicycle. There we go. She's got her e-bike, so she's off. She's been talking to Rose. Rose knows where I am. She knows where she is. But do you know where I am? Okay, sea view, beautiful sea view. I was hoping to see dolphins out there today, but I haven't seen any. Lovely little village setting. Very old village. Maybe the prettiest village in Ireland, to be honest. And this is their hall. So if you didn't guess it, it's got the name on top of the building anyway. And that's where I'm going. And not precisely into the hall. I'm going to go to the Wee Bookshop. And that's just on the right hand side of the hall here. Isn't this beautiful? I even like the name of this wee bookshop, the Wee Bookshop Corrie. And I'm going to have a look inside. There we go. Opening time Saturday to Thursday, 11 till 5:30. Open some Fridays during the summer, dependent on social and housekeeping commitments. If the sign says open, then it's open. Well, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Okay. The Wee Bookshop. Okay, so if nobody guessed already, I'm going into the Wee Bookshop. And I've already said hello to Tony. And I was greeted at the door by Lotti. And Lotti is beautiful. Oh, you are beautiful. What a good dog you are. What a welcome you give everybody. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You've got your special seat in here as well. Isn't that nice? Having a special wee seat for the dog in a bookshop. There's not many times that will happen. But anyway, I've not been in here before, so I'm just going to ask Tony to tell me about this bookshop, if that's all right, Tony.
Absolutely, yes.
So I've heard that you sell Arran books for a start in here.
Yeah, I do books on Arran. I've got every book that's in print on Arran.
Have you?
And then also on mountains, walking, wildlife and the environment.
Wow.
And maps. So it's basically a bit of a no-brainer as far as visitors are concerned.
Yeah.
With the subject areas and indeed many residents as well.
Right.
And I have to say I get wonderful support from residents.
You do?
Yeah.
And so your books, are they all about Arran, every single book in here?
No,
You've got other books as well?
No. This is Arran, plus Geology.
All right. And that's got some books that are like the history of Arran, and walking on Arran, that kind of thing.
Walking on Arran, the history of Arran.
Some books that have just been written by people staying here.
By Arran folk, some of them non-fiction.
Yep.
I'm generally non-fiction, but I do some fiction and poetry to support local authors, as it were. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I can see there's books down there, Corrie Capers, I recognise them.
Oh yes.
And the Westie Fest children's books.
Alison Page's books.
Alison Page.
And then Nix Moretta and
yes.
Diana Dunn, this one up here.
Fudge stuff.
Hullabaloo on Arran has just been published.
Oh, has it? Right, okay.
That's hilarious.
Rhyming Stories by Diana Dunn.
Yeah, Hullabaloo on Arran is about the dog and cat who go on a ferry and create mayhem.
Oh, mayhem. As if we need more mayhem on the ferries, eh?
Exactly, indeed. And then over here
it's easy done.
We've got mountains and walking and natural history, wildlife.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yep.
And then the sort of environment issues here.
Environment as well.
And I've got some good children's books on wildlife as well, actually, which I was pleased to find.
Yeah.
I wanted to find children's books that weren't sort of patronising.
Yeah, midges as well.
Very good book on midges, of course. Yes, these are relatively new in playing cards based on the Harvey's maps.
Arran playing cards.
So the Six of Hearts is Corrie.
Oh, nice.
And every card has part of Arran's map from Harvey's on it.
Wow, that is good.
And then I've got my bird feeders here.
Oh, I like that. I'm a big fan of the bird feeders. There's one.
Yeah.
What's that, a chaffinch?
That's a chaffinch. So I get chaffinches, siskins, goldfinches, great tits, long-tailed tits, cold tits.
Oh, that's nice.
And this afternoon, possibly, actually, there's a red squirrel feeder going up down by the burn.
Brilliant.
Which I think that I think visitors will really appreciate, actually.
That'd be some view from the wee bookshop with a squirrel bird feeder sitting outside the window.
A squirrel feeder. And
there's not every wee bookshop that can boast that. Well, there's
exactly.
What do you call
indeed
gold.
That's a goldfinch.
Goldfinch, yeah.
And there's a wee siskin.
And they don't have that many goldfinches in wee bookshops either normally.
Or dolphins passing the window.
Well, I'm always looking for dolphins there, but sadly
this morning.
Oh well, that's what brought me out in the first place. But I haven't seen any so far. But I'm hoping to see some.
Yeah.
I'll just keep my eyes open the way back.
I think they sort of circumnavigate the island. I mean, we saw them 2 days ago, so I think we've entered dolphin season.
Well, a couple of people have said they've been here today, so that's right enough. Yeah. But again, that's some view from the wee bookshop when you can see dolphins swimming past the window.
Yes.
So you've got what are these books on this side then?
These are sort of a variety of sort of environmental, natural history type books.
Right. Great. Very nice.
Like exclusive to the bookshop wrapping paper.
Oh well, yeah. So you have. That's nice, isn't it? That's beautiful, actually.
That's the big five, and then Macri and
the big five. Arran's big five.
I have to admit something on the wrapping paper. Yeah. Because someone will point it out. I'm gutted I didn't notice. I got a guy from my designer from Hull to do this, and I thought that is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. And it was only a wee while ago I realised that the deer, of course, is not a red deer. Might have red deer antlers, but it's got fallow deer spots.
Right. Okay.
So the next.
Somebody else,
the reprint will be sorted.
Yes. To be fair, you're familiar with it though, and to be honest, I hadn't noticed. So I still think it's great.
I didn't even notice when I sort of proofread the thing.
No.
And then there's Macri standing stones as well, and then the island outland.
Oh yes, behind that. That's right. Yeah, you've got other types of paper in there as well.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that in behind there. That's right. Gosh, environment books there. Very good.
Yeah,
and then
I actually sell probably more books on the environment and natural history than I do, and possibly Arran, than I do on mountains and walking. And I was a bit surprised about that, but I think that actually, possibly it's because everyone who might be interested in those books is up the hill, certainly on a day like today. Maybe
they're not reading about it, maybe they're actually out doing it. That's true. That's quite possible.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
And these are all the Corrie dogs.
No way.
These are all the dogs in Corrie.
So you're a big Corrie, you're a big dog fan basically.
Oh yes,
and a Corrie fan.
Dog-friendly bookshop. Yeah.
Oh, the Corrie dogs.
So.
Isn't that wonderful? All the names of all the dogs in black and white, and of course your dog, which is not looking like it's a dog's life, isn't it? This is not a very stressful business at the sharp end of the book selling with the
and then one of the other fun little features that people like is the fact that I have reading glasses.
Oh yeah, so you have.
When I first opened, I had loads of people come in and say, I've left my reading glasses at home. I'll come back, and of course they're never blooming world.
No.
So now there's no option. It's there you go. Reading glasses for loan.
Reading glasses for loan.
Yeah.
Smashing. I remember this book, Buildings of Arran. Sadly, the man who wrote that was Ian Ferguson, and he's no longer around. But it's a fascinating...
Yeah, it's a great book. And they recently, a year or so ago, the Civic Trust produced this one, Interiors.
Did they? Not seen that before.
Which is absolutely beautiful with a lot of the interiors of Arran. The only slightly sad thing about it is that whereas a lot of visitors will buy the Buildings of Arran book and they can go around and park up outside and learn about the buildings and whatever, these sort of things, are mainly in private houses.
Yes, you're not going to get to see all
so
those
you're not
things.
necessarily going to see them, but it's still a splendid book.
Well, maybe that's a better thing, because you wouldn't see it if it wasn't in the book at all.
Well, indeed.
Maybe that's the way to look at it.
Yes,
so it's a greater privilege. Whereas I did enjoy this for that reason you said, because you can drive around and actually, like I found out that the sandstone building in White Bay in the centre was the old co-op from that book, and I didn't know that until he said that.
Yeah.
But I can see that. I don't know what this holds, and I can't see half it. So that's maybe a bigger mystery in itself. Yeah. I know this one. That's like all the ghost stories and things like that, isn't it? Yeah,
that's quite popular.
Yeah,
and then the geologist shelf, the geology shelf, because I get a lot of either current sort of geologists or retired geologists.
Yeah.
I had a guy in here earlier on today who was on a field trip 50 years ago with the University of Glasgow on Arran.
Right.
And so that's a very popular subject area.
And that's Hutton, of course, which is very famous.
Absolutely.
Was it the non-conformity theory of? Was it
Hutton's unconformity?
Unconformity. That's right. Yeah, I'm nearly getting it. Not quite.
Up near Loch Ranza.
You can tell I'm no geologist. And the Goat Fell murder. Heard of that before?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
The last time
Edwin
somebody
Rose.
that's right. A Scotsman and an Englishman went up, and only one. I can't remember if it was a Scotsman and Englishman came back down.
It was Hugh Laurie, and no, it wasn't Hugh Laurie.
No.
That's the actor.
That's right. But I think you're close on that one. Though.
Called Laurie.
I think you're close. It is Laurie.
Simon Fry.
That's right. Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry. I haven't watched television for 8 years.
No.
But Edwin Rose is buried in Sannox churchyard, just up in the next village up. Yeah. Yes,
and the other person that killed him, I think, was he executed for that?
He was the longest serving Scottish prisoner.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Longest serving, so he did life. He really did life, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Very good.
And this is a cracking book.
Stargazing
by Peter Hill. When he was a young chap, I think probably in the 60s or 70s, he joined the Lighthouse service, and he was a sort of, young 19, 20-year-old or whatever.
Yeah.
And he stayed on Pladder. About 2/3 of the book is about his time on Pladder.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And, of course, he had all these old, gnarled lighthouse keepers who sort of took to him, and it's a brilliant wee story.
Do you know, that sounds like just like a wonderful job being a lighthouse keeper, doesn't it? If you could even just do it for a year or something, and find yourself in that, and just see how you cope with that, and
they had huge breakfasts. They had 3-course lunches and 3-course dinners.
Wow, sounds good.
And of course, they weren't actually desperately active. I suppose up and down the stairs.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time they're just on. I used to be a lifeguard, and that's much the same. You're just on alert, but you're not really doing very much.
Yeah.
You're just being alert, in case things happen.
Yeah.
So yes, it's probably not that active, to be honest. There we go. Mountain Rescue Dog.
Yes, that's nice. A wee book about a girl who adopts a dog and trains it up for mountain rescue.
Oh.
And what I do is I get people to write little sort of summaries, reviews of it.
Yeah.
And
so you can get an idea what it's like.
Yeah, I've got a number of those around the shop, and this one actually I've probably sold to more adults than I have to kids.
Yeah.
I think the adults buy it, read it, and then pass it on to their grandchildren or something like that.
In honesty, that looks like Kirsty Smith on the front. She had a mountain rescue dog. I don't know, but it does look like her with her dog. And then that was Nix Moretta with Mr. Fudge.
That's it.
No, it's not. Was it a donkey or a mule?
A pony.
Pony, that's what it is. Yeah,
Mr. Fudge, who came up from her farm in Lancashire.
Yes,
and
that's
lived in Kildonham.
That's right. Lives in Kildoran. Has got his retirement there.
Retirement.
That's right. It's quite an old pony. That's right. Yeah. Very nice. Well, your dog's definitely enjoying.
Yes, my customer relations manager.
Yeah. There was some barking going on when I came up, and Lotti was pretending to guard the place, but in fact, as you can see, Lotti really isn't actually a very dangerous dog. In fact, she's not even managed to keep her eyes open, even when there's a stranger right in front of her. So that is all credit to you, Lotti. Oh, you were so good. So if anybody wants to come here, they can read these books and buy them, and also see Lotti, who's here quite a lot. Yeah.
Oh, she's here pretty well all the time, and she gets taken out for walks by Susie and Sheila and Matt.
And what age is Lotti?
Lotti's about 10. She was a street dog.
Was she?
In Athens.
Oh wow, gosh.
She is, and people ask me sometimes. They say, "Well, how did you go to Athens and pick her up or whatever?"
Yeah.
I say no. I got her through an outfit called Greek Animal Rescue. She's my one and only attempt and one and only success at internet dating.
Right, yeah, oh yes, internet dating.
And so I've had her for about 8.5. She's about 8.5 years.
That's a 10. Wonderful thing. You know it's going to be such a wonderful idea. It can't be a bad idea when you take on a dog like that.
I was very, very lucky because, I mean, a lot of people, we have to give a lot of respect and time to them, take on rescue dogs who have serious issues, and it's tough. It's tough for them. But, I mean, with Lotti, I was just so lucky.
She's definitely having a good life.
You can have, loads of kids just doing this to her, and she doesn't bat an eyelid.
Yeah, very, very friendly. Same as my wee dog, which was Sally, Teenage Westie, and she was a rescue. She came to Arran, and you just know it's the best decision. It's just a wonderful chance for them, just the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh well, there we go. Well, I think I've pretty much seen everything here.
Oh no, you haven't quite.
No, not quite.
Dave. No.
All the birds are still on that feeder there.
I take cards.
Oh yes, good.
Yeah, but I also enjoy taking cash, not because I want to screw the tax man, but because I get to do.
Oh yeah, nice. That's like open all hours, isn't it?
And I have an open all hours scenario here for the notes because I love that.
I like it.
I love it.
That's good. Yeah. That's like Ronnie Barker all over again, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's terrific. Well, I've wanted to come in here for a long time, and I'm actually very grateful for you for showing me around. I think this is a wonderful wee place. And hopefully other people will come and have a look and meet you and Lotti as well.
Yeah, well, that's very kind.
Thanks for showing me.
Thanks very much indeed.